Hello, this is Alison. Today I'm going to tell you my health story. I'm 55 years old and I've been in ill health my entire life, even from when I was a small child. I spent my early life going in and out of doctors' offices and having tests and being sent to specialists, but nobody could ever tell me why. I was exhausted all the time and I could never do what other people could do. By the time I got to 2010, that's now 4 years ago, I was starting to reconcile myself to the fact that my health was going downhill and there was nothing I could do about it, and I just had to hang on as long as I could, and I would not expect to make it to 60 years old. In 2010, my whole body stiffened up. I had no idea what was going on, but I lost the ability to run. By 2011, I was limping. And by 2012, I was permanently bent over to the left. My left leg was shorter than my right. I had serious problems with the hip, my left hip. My left knee was bent in. The whole of my left leg didn't feel like a leg at all. It just felt like a painful stick that was attached to my body but didn't belong to it. And I was in serious trouble. I was in pain 24/7. Whatever I did, I was in pain. I also had, at night, I had ringing in the ears really loudly. I thought it was a noise coming from outside at first. I had the urgent need to go to the bathroom. I had creepy crawlies and restless leg syndrome, and my heart rate would increase when I got into bed. So there was no relief, is what I'm saying. Whatever I did, I sat down, I walked, I stood, I laid down in bed. There was no relief, and I was in desperate trouble. And I'm a Christian, so I prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed that I would find some help. I was already taking a lot of nutritional supplements. I had cupboards full of the stuff, and they seemed to help me in some areas, but nothing helped with the bone and joints. Eventually, I started listening to a doctor called Dr. Joel Wallach, and for the first time in my life, I heard a doctor who could make sense of my life. I'm sorry. He could explain to me why I had severe asthma as a child, and why that led to other diseases, why I've been constipated my entire life, and why I'd eventually started having all these mobility and bone and joint issues. So I followed his advice. I started taking longevity products, and I started following his dietary advice. I had immediate results. Within 4 days, I knew that I was on the right path, because within 4 days, there was one particular pain that I had just above my left knee. That pain went in 4 days. There was a significant reduction in the restless legs at night, and I was actually walking slightly better. And at first I thought, wow, miracle cure, give me a few weeks, I'm going to be fine. Of course, it didn't work out like that. I had to be much more patient than that, especially after 2 months on the products. I started having severe back problems. I hurt my back somehow. And I actually seemed to be in worse pain than I was before, and my mobility got even worse. And I had to kind of ride out a few terrible weeks. But eventually the progress started again. And by the time I'd been on the products and the diet for 6 months, I was standing straight. I was no longer bent over to the left. I was functioning much better. I was walking much better. I was able to move much better. And I was pain-free most of the time. That 6-month mark is now a year ago. And in the last year, I've continued on the program, and I have continued to improve slowly but steadily. Every few weeks, I get a new skill back, or something happens that is an improvement on where I was before. The situation now is I'm walking 90% better. I'm still limping. I'm still using a walking stick. But I am able to go where I want and do what I want. For a long time, I was kind of trapped in my house. I was just too scared to go out the front door because I didn't know if I could get myself back again. I'm way past that now. I can get on buses, I can get on trains, I can go where I want, do what I want. And I feel good. Now, if you knew me for 55 years, you know it was amazing that I can actually sit here and say, I feel good. I can get home from work and I feel good. I feel like I can do something in the evening rather than just crash and be thankful that I don't have to go out again, right? I'm almost pain-free. 99% of the time I'm pain-free. And even when I do have a bit of pain, it's nothing to what it was. What can I say? I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful to God. I'm so thankful to Dr. Wallach. Oh, shut up, Alison. And I'm so thankful to Youngevity. So if you have the same problems as me, I really pray and hope that you will get on board with the same program and that you will find the same relief. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.